Disclaimer. All the statistics for the singles and albums came from Billboard.com. All the lyrics came from Genie's lyrics. The interesting and fun facts about the songs came from the About section on Genie's lyrics, as well as my knowledge of the music. Some songs will describe their meaning through an interview or Spotify storyline. Some songs will feature statements from X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Fuck yes, the day has finally arrived and we are back with the 5th installment of Nickelback's discography, and today marks the day that All the Right Reasons, bitches, officially turns 20 years old. I cannot believe it is 20 years old. There are so many songs on this album that I fucking love with all my heart, and to commemorate this day as well, I am also wearing my All the Right Reasons t-shirt. I mean, we gotta go all out for its 20th anniversary, so let's go. So All the Right Reasons peaked at number 1 on the Billboard album charts and stayed number 1 for 1 week. And then they also added a new drummer to this record-breaking album named Daniel Adair. He came from Three Doors Down. It is amazing how much power Daniel Adair also has when it comes to the drums. Really love that new touch. There is so much power in their rock songs on this album, and they also didn't shy away from the ballads either, which is fucking fantastic. Also on this album we have Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top, who provided guitar on Follow You Home and Fight for All the Wrong Reasons. And then Gibbons also sang on Follow You Home, Fight for All the Wrong Reasons, and Rockstar. This album has sold 18 million copies worldwide and was certified diamond in March 2017. And then this album also does have 3 different versions. There is an extended version, a 15th anniversary edition that was released in 2020, and also its standard edition. For this one, we're only going to go over the standard edition because there is so much to cover just with the standard edition. But when it does come to the extended edition, there are a couple of live tracks, and then the 15th anniversary edition has a cover, 3 acoustic versions of songs, and then its whole set from Sturgis in 2006 on the 15th anniversary edition. But we're only gonna go, like I've already said, only go over the standard edition. So let's dive into it. First track on this album is Follow You Home. I really love this one so much. I just love how it kicks off right away with the drums. Fantastic. And it has so much power just at the very beginning, and it is absolutely amazing. I really love that. Now the lyrics that stand out to me from this song come from the second verse, which is put a bounty on my head and tell my parents that I'm dead and hope to hell I'm never found. There have been moments where I'm like, yep, nope, I don't even want to be here. I don't ever want to be found either, because this is stressing me the fuck out. And there are like moments in time where I'm like, no, just leave me the fuck alone. You are driving me insane. I don't ever come looking for me, and I don't ever want you to find me ever again because of the way you have fucking treated me in my life. So that's what I get from those lyrics. Now, the instruments, in this one we only got guitars, bass, and drums. And all the instruments give this track such a heavy tune, which is absolutely fantastic in my opinion. And the guitars and bass all come in at 6 seconds, and Chad and Ryan's guitar also both each have their own guitar solo in this one. Chad's guitar solo is at 1:43 to 1:51, and then Ryan's guitar solo is at 2:59 to 3:25. And the bass is very prominent in the verses, so you can definitely hear those in the verses, And then, like I've already stated, the drums start the song with that heavy beat, and I really love it. There are a few live versions of this song too, so highly recommend checking those out. Now, the instrumental solos in this song are from 0 seconds to 27 seconds, a minute 35 to a minute 48, and then 2 minutes 57 seconds to 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Now, in an interview on the Toddcast podcast in 2017, Chad stated, "We were making all the right reasons and we got to follow you home, and we get there and it's like, get someone else to play a cool guitar part in here that's far away from us as you could possibly get, and we thought of Billy. We got in touch with Billy and flew down to LA, brought all the hard drives, and he starts playing, all the different solos he did, and the slide gravelly thing. We finished that up, and it's great." I really love how they got someone else from a different rock band onto this album to sing and play guitar parts. It is amazing, and you can definitely tell where Billy Gibbons plays the guitar in this song too, which is fantastic. You can hear it, it's a little bit faint, but you could definitely hear it. But you definitely hear Billy sing too in that middle part, like Chad mentioned in this interview. So for me, Follow You Home is going to be ranked 2 out of 11. Track number 2 is Fight for All the Wrong Reasons. I really like how they switched this song title a little bit different from the album title. It was very clever of them to do that, so props to them. Now, the lyrics that stand out to me come from the end of the chorus, which is, "I guess I stuck around so I can watch us fight for all the wrong reasons." I have been in quite a few friendships with people that I definitely stuck around because I was like, I'm trying to see the good in you, but then you go around and do some crazy shit that drives me insane because that's who you truly are inside. And I definitely stayed there so I can, I did watch us fight, and it was tearing me apart mentally and physically. So if you're ever in that kind of situation, leave the fucking friendship or even relationship for that matter, because it is super unhealthy. You don't want to be in that at all. Now, what I really love about the instrumentation in this song is that it kicks down the door right away again too. So the instruments have a heavy tune, and the instruments don't even play from 2 minutes 46 seconds to 2 minutes and 58 seconds. And then for the guitars, Chad and Ryan's guitars both start the song. And then with Chad's guitar, you hear it the most during the breaks between the verses and choruses, during the choruses, and then definitely during the instrumental breaks. And then he has 2 guitar solos in this song, from 1 minute to 1 minute 11 seconds to 1 minute 22 seconds, and then 2 minutes to 2 minutes 10 seconds to 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And then the bass comes in at 11 seconds. The drums start the song as well with Chad and Ryan's guitars. Now, the instrumental solos we have in this song start at 0 seconds to 20 seconds, and then a minute and 9 seconds to a minute and 19 seconds, and then 2 minutes 10 seconds to 2 minutes 10 seconds to 2 minutes and 46 seconds. I really need to learn how to read again. Whatever. And then on an interview on the John Mellencamp show, Chad stated, "There are a lot of references to fornication in that song. There is nothing we're afraid to sing about or say in a song, as long as it's kind of clever or wink wink tongue in cheek. It just helps to paint that picture and tell the story better. If you're going to cover everything and hide behind metaphors, you're not doing a decent job telling the story." Now, for me, Fight for All the Wrong Reasons comes in at 9 out of 11, but I do really love the instrumentation in this song. It has so much power. Okay, now, I'm gonna be real upset if nobody knows this next song. It's another song that took the world by storm. Coming in at track number 3 is Photograph, which peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts and stayed on the charts for 33 weeks. I do really love this song. I don't care what people say, but it is a fantastic song. It's also the song that kickstarted off all the memes as well. But I'm a true fan, and a lot of them are actually really funny, so it is, it is what it is. But for me, I had a hard time picking out lyrics because I resonate with this song a whole lot too, because every time I go back to where I grew up and see like all the different changes, I'm like, holy shit, this is insane. This wasn't there before, that's something completely different. It is what it is. But for me, it's going to be, the lyrics come from the chorus, which is, it's hard to say it, time to say it, goodbye, goodbye. It's just like letting go of everything and then keeping all those memories intact with you. It is honestly really hard to say goodbye to the people that you love and grew up with and have stayed in touch with for over the years. It is one of those things where you're like, oh yes, trying to like have all those memories come back to you, remember the good times and even the bad times as well. And it is hard to say goodbye too, especially when you've been there for so long and then you go back and visit, then you're like, I remember the good times that I had here for sure. So that's what I get from those lyrics. Now, the instruments in this song have a soft tune with a rock twist. They all get louder during the choruses, which comes in at, first chorus comes in at 58 seconds and goes to a minute 26. And then we got the second chorus from 2 minutes 24 seconds to 2 minutes and 51 seconds. And then the verses are also soft and have a quiet tone. And that starts from 0 seconds to 58 seconds, and then the second verse is a minute 37 to 2 minutes and 24. And then in the guitar section, we've got Chad and Ryan. Chad plays the acoustic guitar in this one, which starts and ends the song. Ryan plays the electric guitar, which starts at 10 seconds. Bass comes in at 13 seconds, drums come in at 11 seconds. And then the instrumental solos we have in this song are from a minute 26 to a minute 37 and 2 minutes 51 seconds to 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Now, on an interview with CBC, Chad stated, "It's just nostalgia growing up in a small town and you can't go back to your childhood, saying goodbye to friends that you've drifted away from, where you grew up, where you went to school, who you hung out with, and all the dumb stuff you used to do as a kid, the first love, all those things. Everyone has one or two of those memories that they are fond of, so this is a song that is just the bridge for all of that." And then in a different interview with NME, Chad was asked about breaking into his high school. Chad responded, "Well, I did say I did it half a dozen times, but I was charged with 11 counts of breaking and entering. It didn't rhyme though. I must have done it, 11 times doesn't quite fit as well as half a dozen." Yes, if you did not know, he did break and enter into the school that is no longer even standing in Hannah, Alberta anymore. It did get demolished. And then it goes more into detail in the documentary a little bit and in some other interviews as well. And then with the viewing party with Setlist FM, they shot the music video for this song in their hometown, Hannah, Alberta, Canada, where Chad, Mike, and Ryan grew up. And the high school that they filmed in the video was the school that the 3 of the members attended. So they actually do go into the school in the music video, and you see them with all the instruments in the gym. And then some fun facts for all of you: the acoustic guitar that Chad is playing in the music video belonged to Ryan Peake's father after it survived a fire in a home. The guitar is now in Canada's Music Hall of Fame with other Nickelback artifacts. And then just a couple of years ago, we actually got our answer to what the hell is on Joey's head in the photograph that is shown, and that is a champagne chiller. And that is also in the same place with the guitar. And then the school that they filmed the music video is the same school that Chad broke into multiple times and went to juvie for. So I've already said that a few times, but it is a nice little interesting fact for all of you as well. Now, photograph for me is going to be ranked 3 out of 11. Track number 4 is going to be Animals, which peaked at number 97 on the charts. Now, this one is so much fun live. I fucking love this one live. I even go back real quick to Photograph. I totally regret not recording Photograph when I saw them live in 23, because they did an acoustic version all the way through the bridge and the beginning part of the last chorus, and then kicked it back up with just how they originally recorded the song. I really loved that, and I regret not taking a video of it because it actually is like really close to my heart with that version. And that one is also on the Live from Nashville album, so highly recommend listening to that one. Even the acoustic for Photograph is beautifully done as well. Okay, enough about Photograph. We're going back to Animals, which is track number 4. And like I've already said, peaked at number 97 on the charts. This one is killer. I jam out so hard to this song every time. It's even really fucking fantastic live. There's so much pyrotechnics going on during the live performance, and they all are like having so much fun with this song too when they're performing it. Just so much fun in my opinion. Now, the lyrics that stand out to me come from the third verse, which is, and that's when she started screaming, "That's my dad outside the car." I feel like that's just so relatable to so many people, because it is one of those things where you're like, no, I just want to be alone with the person that I love, and then they initially find you and you're like, oh shit, this is not what I was expecting. So that's what I get from those lyrics, but the whole song in general is so much fun. I really love the instrumentation in this song as well. It is fucking fantastic. It's just a nice heavy tone as well. And another little thing with that verse too is you mainly hear the bass until "That's my dad's outside the car." That's when all the instruments come back in, but it's mainly the bass in that whole verse. Now we just have, once again, just the guitars, bass, and drums, and then Chad's guitar along with Ryan's guitar start the song. And then the stop times for Chad's guitars: 25 seconds to 38 seconds, a minute and 4 to a minute 5, and then a minute 7 to a minute 9, a minute 10 to a minute 11, a minute 15 to a minute 27, a minute 54 to a minute 55, a minute 57 to a minute 58, then 2 minutes to 2 minutes and a second, 2 minutes and 5 seconds to 2 minutes and 16 seconds, and then from 2 minutes 16 seconds and on, he plays the rest of the song with the guitar. The bass comes in at 25 seconds, and then from 2 minutes and 5 seconds to 2 minutes and 16 is the only instrument playing, which is half of that bridge or third verse, whatever you want to call it, and then can hear it clearly throughout the whole entire song. The drums come in at 2 seconds, pause till 4 seconds, and then it pauses again till 8 seconds, and then another pause till 11 seconds, and then continues to play to 2 minutes and 5 seconds, and then resumes playing at 2 minutes and 16 seconds. and then the only instrumental break in this song is 0 seconds to 24 seconds. And then a little interesting fact for all of you, this was the last song written for the album, and Chad wrote it in 45 minutes while he was sitting in his car listening to the instrumentation of the song, and the first line was actually inspired by his brother's car. So, very fun. Now, Animals for me is going to be ranked 4 out of 11. Now, this upcoming song has definitely saved my life more than one occasion. It's so powerful, and I love this song acoustically and live. So track number 5 on this album is titled Savin' Me. It peaked number 19 on the charts. Like I've already said, I love this one live. Another one that I regret not recording. So I hope they come and tour again, because I really want to record it. Because this song has definitely, like I've already said, saved my life. And definitely when I'm in my emotional, mental breakdown states, I will listen to this song and another Nickelback song on repeat, which we'll find out which one that one is later on. And it is just so powerful. Even the music video for the song is so fucking powerful as well. And I really love the concept behind the music video, which we will find out in just a moment. But the lyrics that stand out to me, I actually had a hard time picking out because the whole song resonates with me a whole lot. But at this current moment, I would say that it is going to come from the chorus, which is behind me. Say it if it's worth saving me. Hurry, I'm falling. It is just so powerful because I've been in so many state of minds where I'm like, I just need somebody to save me, because I've been in this situation for so long. I've broken down multiple times because of this one person who was in my life, and it caused me so much pain. And even like recently too, with some shit going on, it's just like, it is so hard to keep a brave face around people, and you need that somebody or something to save you in your life. And I really was like, there have been times where I was falling because of how much pain I was in, and it just really sucked the life out of me. And I have gotten better over time, but I still have those moments where I'm like, somebody please save me. I need saving right now. And I do have friends that have saved me more than once, so I want to thank them, and you know who you are. Now, the instruments in this song are guitars, bass, drums, strings, and piano. And then we have a nice instrumental solo from 2 minutes into 2 minutes 23 seconds, and then Chad plays the acoustic and electric guitar. The acoustic guitar starts the song, and is the only times we hear the acoustic guitar is from 42, well, right at the beginning, and then 42 seconds to 54 seconds, minute 36 to a minute 48, and then again at 2:23 to 2:29. And then the electric guitar solo is actually is 2 minutes and 23 seconds. So disregard that first part, because that is where the electric guitar solo is. And then Ryan plays the electric guitar, which comes in at 11 seconds. So I guess the acoustic guitar we hear from 0 seconds to 11 seconds, because that's when the bass and drums come in at as well. And then the strings come in right at the first chorus, which is 53 seconds to a minute and 4 seconds. And then hear it again in the second chorus, which is a minute 48 to 2 minutes. And it is very prominent in the instrumental solo. and then 2 minutes and 31 seconds to 2 minutes and 43 seconds adds a sad element to the song. And then 2 minutes and 44 seconds to 3 minutes and 35 seconds is another part where you hear it, the strings stand out the most. Also gives it more emotion with the piano at the end of the song, and then it ends the song. And then the piano starts at the first chorus, which is 53 seconds to 1 minute and 4. And then again at the second chorus, which is 1:48 to 2 minutes. And then the third chorus, 2 minutes and 44 seconds to 3 minutes and 17 seconds. And then you really hear it the most at 3 minutes and 19 seconds to 3 minutes and 28 seconds. And then it ends the song. And then there's also times where the guitars, bass, and drums aren't playing, which is 32 seconds to 35 seconds, 38 seconds to 42 seconds, 1:26 to 1:29, and then 1:32 to 1:36. And then we got instrumental solos here, 0 seconds to 11 seconds, and then 1:59 to 2 minutes and 26 seconds. And then interview with Bussin' with the Boys, it was Chad and Daniel in the interview. And then Chad and Daniel both spoke, but it was mainly Chad. It took 6 weeks. We kept recording the chorus, and it wasn't good as the verse, because these verses, where you start off with "Prison gates won't open up for me," and it's like, it was powerful and it was really good, and you're getting a good vibe here. And then we would record the chorus. I'm like, there is no lift, right? The chorus was just garbage. Like, delete the whole thing, let's start again. And record a whole nother chorus in 6 weeks, into frustration levels were going through the roof, and everyone's getting tired of hearing the acoustic guitar beginning of the track just over and over again. And finally I did "Show Me What It's Like," and Joey goes, oh, do that again, teach me wrong from right. And it's like, oh, there we go. So yeah, it took him a really long time to write this song. So definitely it does take a lot of time for some songs to click right away, and then other songs it just goes on fire, like Animals, 45 minutes. Insane, but when it's there, it's there. And then in an interview on the Talkcast podcast, Chad stated, they asked us to submit a song and we submitted it, and that song was "Savin' Me." And then they went with the Linkin Park song, and we were happy about that because "Savin' Me" went on all the right reasons and went to number 1, so we were pretty happy about that on the album. And then the fun facts about the song. So this song was written for a Batman movie, and then, like it was stated in the interview previously, they didn't want that because they went with the Linkin Park song. And then when this song is performed live, Chad plays the electric guitar, Ryan plays the acoustic, and Rob Dawson, which is Mike's bass tech, also plays the acoustic guitar and piano when the song is played live. Now for me, "Savin' Me" is going to be ranked number 1 out of 11 for all the reasons that I've already said. Now track number 6 is "Far Away," which peaked at number 8 on the charts. This one is a nice song as well. I really love the instrumentation. I love the slow pace of this one as well, and has a very powerful music video to it as well. Now the lyrics that stand out to me come from the chorus, which is, "And I forgive you for being away for far too long, so keep breathing." Those lyrics right there are so powerful, because we all do need to forgive people who have hurt us, especially in true relationships that are so strong and very close knit. And it's just, it is just so powerful to me. So that's what those lyrics mean to me. Now the instruments in this song are guitars, drums, bass, and strings. Both Chad and Ryan's guitars start the song. The bass comes in at 7 seconds, drums comes in at 7 seconds as well, and then the strings come in at 37 seconds, which is the first chorus. And then the instrumental solos in this song are from 0 seconds to 7 seconds, a minute and 6 seconds to a minute 16. And then in a statement, Chad said that Far Away is the only real love song that Nickelback had up until that point, because he did say in a different interview, and I couldn't find it anywhere, but I know he said that that Far Away is more of a love song than How You Remind Me. How You Remind Me is more kind of like a breakup, because I get How You Remind Me as that kind of breakup song. And then Far Away is more of like a nice love song, and people have played this song as like their first dance at a wedding, and I can definitely see that. This is like a good song to have as like a first dance at a wedding, or just a dance at a wedding in general. But yeah, so for me, Far Away is going to be ranked 5 out of 11. And then track number 7 is Next Contestant. The instruments in this song are so much fun. I really love this one so much with the instrumentation. But the lyrics that stand out to me come from the end of the chorus, which is, "This time somebody's getting hurt, there goes the next contestant." This definitely has happened quite a few times in my life, where like somebody definitely does get hurt from what was either verbally said or like not verbally said. I mean, it is just insane how people treat each other, and it is not right to like give people the death stares every time you walk by, give them the silent treatment, or just flat out ignore you like you're not even there. So for me, I actually use this kind of as a revenge song for some people, because I was the one who got hurt, but then they go around and practically hurt themselves for the shit that they did. So they definitely ended up being the next contestant. So the instruments in this song are angry and aggressive in the choruses. Chad's guitar starts the song, and then he has a guitar solo at 2 minutes and 10 seconds to 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Ryan's guitar comes in at 24 seconds. The bass comes in at 3 seconds, and then the drums come in at 24 seconds. The instrumental solos in this song are from 47 seconds to 50 seconds, a minute 42 to a minute 45, and then 2 minutes 9 seconds to 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and then 2 minutes and 51 seconds to 2. That doesn't make sense. That's supposed to be from 241 to 243. Hit the wrong number. Can't believe I just caught that. But yeah, it's just, even the guitars in this track are fucking fantastic. But for me, at this current moment, the next contestant is going to be ranked 10 out of 11. And there are, I know one for sure, one live version, because they did it on AOL sessions. Highly recommend checking that out, because it is so much fun, and you get to see like all of them play this song. I wonder if that's the only time they even performed it live. It actually might be, because I haven't seen anything else. But yes, next contestant is ranked 10 out of 11. Now track number 8 is Side of a Bullet. Holy shit. When I first heard this fucking song for the first time, I was like, damn, we're kicking down the doors right away with each instrument here. It is absolutely fantastic. Now the lyrics that stand out to me come from the beginning of the chorus, which is, "How could you take his life away? What made you think you had the right? How could you be so full of hate to take away somebody's life?" It is so powerful and so meaningful, especially to the guys in this band. And we'll find out why in just a moment, but for me, they just stand out because it's just like, I view this song for myself as like why do the people that I love and care about keep going away? That's just, for me, how I view this song. But when you definitely hear more of it, then you understand why they wrote this song. Now, for the instruments, they all start right at the beginning of the song. They kick down the door right away. And then Chad's guitar gives the song a whole lot of power. Ryan's guitar is nice and loud and aggressive. The bass is also loud and aggressive. And then the drums tie the whole song together with its powerful beat. Now, the instrumental solos in this song are from 58 seconds to a minute and 12 seconds, and then a minute 55 to 2 minutes and 23 seconds. And then the guitar solo is actually performed by Dimebag Darrell, who's from Pantera, and it's from 2 minutes and 3 seconds to 2 minutes and 27 seconds. I really love this too because this song is actually dedicated to him. And here is what Chad said on an interview with on the Toddcast podcast. Kruger stated, "I was so moved and shaken to my core to lose a friend like that. In the term of rights, we called up Vinny, who we recently just lost. This again was back in 2017. He was all for it. He loved the idea, and we've been friends with the brothers for a long time. Then, in terms of how we came up with it, what we did was we asked Vinny to send us up every single solo outtake that didn't get used on all of their records. And then the problem was they weren't all in the same key. So when we grabbed all the different chunks and different pieces, we had to move them into the right key. And then the time things, so that everything was in the right time and key was side of a bullet. So that was very, very tricky. But once we figured it out, we wanted to start this and move into this, and then move along and do some cool shredding at the end off of one of his big squeals at the end. And the whole thing worked. That's when we handed it off to an engineer and go, okay, these are the pieces we like, and make it happen. So he sat down there for days, and it was Scott Cook. He did a really great job. Yes, so the whole idea came up because Dimebag Darrell was assassinated on stage on a live performance with the band Pantera. So that's how this whole song came together, and all the details that Chad gave about how it all came together as well, which I really love how it all just came together too. And I initially thought when I heard the guitar solo that it was Chad doing it, and then when I found all of this out, I was like, holy shit, that is fantastic. And I knew I heard all of this, so I was like, okay, I gotta listen back to that podcast, because there was some very good key elements to how songs came together and how they got certain parts, especially for this song. And it was amazing. And then, a nice interesting fact, this song is dedicated to Dimebag Darrell Abbott from Pantera, and then the guys from Pantera and Nickelback are close friends. So I really love that. It is just a great way to showcase off more of the range, how emotionally tied these guys were together as friends, and how they wanted to express their anger and frustration out in a song with it as well. So I really love that. Now, Side of a Bullet is going to be ranked 8 out of 11 for me. Now on to track number 9, which is If Everyone Cared, which peaked at number 17 on the charts. I really love this song. This song also has a very powerful music video, so highly recommend checking that out as well. It is so great. I love this song. I really wish I could see this one live because it is so powerful. Now, the lyrics that stand out to me come from the chorus, which is, if everyone cared and nobody cried, if everyone loved and nobody lied, if everyone shared and swallowed their pride, then we'd see the day when nobody died. So powerful, because It would be so nice if everyone loved and didn't lie, but it would never happen like that. Only one could wish. It's just people have so much ego that you can definitely see all that ego on them too when they just walk by, because they think that they're better than everyone, and it's just like, wow, you're truly showing off all your true colors to people, and it is not a good or pretty sight to see. But it is so powerful and just so moving as well. So that's what I get from those lyrics. Now all the instruments get louder in the choruses, which is 43 seconds to 59 seconds, and then 1 minute 42 to 2 minutes and 22 seconds, and 2 minutes 41 seconds to 3 minutes and 35 seconds. Now we have, in this song, guitars, drums, bass, and piano. Guitars, Chad and Ryan's guitars both start the song, and then the piano starts the song as well, and then the bass and drums come in at 15 seconds, and then with Ryan's guitar we just hear in the bridge, which is from 2 minutes 27 seconds to 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And then the only instrumental solo we have is right at the beginning of the song, which is 0 seconds to 13 seconds. And then in an interview, Chad said, "We wanted to inspire people that were going to see the video and maybe show people that you don't need a team of personnel, you don't need a lot of money. What we're showing in the video is individuals that dedicated that, and they would like to somehow make a change and make a world a better place." Really love, you can definitely hear that through the lyrics in this song, throughout the whole entire song. And then, in an interesting fact for all of you, all the digital sales for this song went to Amnesty National and International Children's Awareness in Canada. Definitely see that in the music video. And then, a fun fact that was actually stated in the Setlist FM viewing party. Ryan Peake learned how to play the piano part that morning of the recording of the music video. Very awesome to actually learn that just that morning and nail it too. I don't know how long it took, but that is amazing. And where they shot the music video is beautiful too. They stated where they shot that music video in that viewing party. Now for me, If Everyone Cared is going to be ranked 6 out of 11. Now track number 10 is Someone That You're With. It is, I mean, it took me a while to get on board with this song. I think I like it more for the instrumentation. That's probably just me. But the lyrics that stand out to me come from the chorus, which is, "And I can talk about it all day long till I run out of breath, but I still want to be that someone that you're with." So what I get from these lyrics is, you want to be with someone that you really care about in your life, who you've either been friends with for a long time or just like a short amount of time to get to know them better. It's just, you want to have that someone in your life that respects you for who you are and how you want to be treated in that kind of relationship. So that's what I get from those lyrics. Now, in this song, we only have the guitars, bass, and drums. All the instruments get louder in the choruses once again, which seems to be the running theme on this album, but it is what it is. Now, Chad's guitar starts at 1 second and then has a very distinctive sound in the whole song, so I wonder if all of you can pick it out. Ryan's guitar comes in at 27 seconds. The bass comes in at 14 seconds, and then you only hear the bass really clearly during the verses of the song, and then the drums start the song. Now, this one doesn't have any instrumental breaks at all. So for me, Someone That You're With is going to be ranked 11 out of 11. Okay, now track number 11 to close out this album is Rockstar. And if you haven't heard this one either, wow. this one, I think, kickstarted more of their international fame because they're not in the music video at all till the very end, which was a happy accident. So Rockstar is going to be peaked at number 6 on the Billboard charts. I need to learn how to speak again. Now, this one is a very fun song. I really love this one. I sing this one a lot in my car when it comes on because it's just one of those songs that you know all the lyrics to because it's so catchy, and it also kind of has a nice tone and vibe with it. But for me, the lyrics that stand out to me come from the bridge, which is, I'm gonna sing those songs that offend the censors, pop my pills from a Pez dispenser. I just really love the pop my pills from a Pez dispenser. It is so clever, and I wonder how that would actually turn out. I don't know how that would turn out though, but it is just such a funny line of lyrics. But there are definitely songs that you can sing that will offend the censors. It is just one of those ones that like no really close personal connections to. It's just, yes, these lyrics are so much fun. I would love just to sing goofy ass shit on a song. But that's practically what they did for this one. Now the instruments in this one are guitars, bass, drums, and organ. Now Chad plays the electric guitar, and then we hear it at a minute and a second to a minute and 40, and then 2 minutes 14 seconds to 3 minutes 15 seconds, and then 3:29 to 4 minutes. And then Ryan plays the acoustic guitar, which starts the song, and it goes from 3 minutes and 13 seconds to 3 minutes and 29 seconds, and then 4 minutes 2 seconds to 4 minutes and 7 seconds, which is the only instrument being played during those time frames. The bass comes in at 13 seconds, drums come in at 14 seconds. The organ is there, it's just very hard to pick out. It took me a while to pick that out myself. Now there aren't any instrumental solos in this song, and then the electric guitar is the only instrument that plays during the choruses in the bridge. Oh, that's the only not the only instrument. The electric guitar only plays during the choruses in the bridge. I need to learn how to read again. And then in an interview with Absolute Radio, Chad stated, "It's just about all those stereotypes in the music business and life. People want to be rock stars." And then in an interview with musicomh.com, Chad said, "We had a lot of fun with this one, just crazy, nonsensical things that help paint a picture of someone dreaming about being a rock star. It is what you would also do if you won the lottery. I hope it comes across as us having a lot of fun, even to some degree making fun of ourselves." And then the interview on the podcast, Chad stated, "The next thing we played for him, which was Billy, was Rockstar. He lost his mind because in all those pauses there was nothing there. He jumps up from the console and he's like, 'That's a hit.' He keeps yelling, 'That's a hit, that's a hit, that's going to be a huge, huge hit.'" And I'm like, really? Because I thought it was kind of tongue-in-cheek, kind of fun sort of novelty song, and I said, "Do you want to be on it somewhere?" And he was ecstatic. He was over the moon, and he definitely wanted in, and that's when we came up with all the call and answer parts. "Why don't we come up with a bunch of pieces in all these spaces? You can." And he's like, "Tell me what you want. I'll have quesadilla, haha." You know, he does all those lines, and when Billy does that, and we're still writing all this stuff down, we ran out of stuff, and he said all that, and we got him to say, and then he started improvising. And so we ran it a few times, and he would come up with something right on the spot. That's way better than the other thing we wrote. That's definitely going in that hole, and we just slotted it all in there, and it worked out great. I mean, the way things happen is absolutely mind-blowing to me. Because, like, just improving lines to go into the song. Like, I know for a fact that I'll have a quesadilla was definitely improvised, but it fits so perfectly. It is absolutely amazing. Now, an interesting fact, the music video has multiple celebrities and then bystanders lip syncing to the song. It is a very clever music video, and there are quite a few celebs that I can definitely pick out. And then they do mention a couple of them in the viewing party video. It is so much fun. Really loved it. And then another interesting fact is that in the Bussin' with the Boys interview as well, Chad also did state that they kept getting like cuts of the music video coming in and it was just complete and utter shit. And didn't like that. It took like a few more takes till it actually became what it is to this day. So props to like trying to find better ways to make a music video better. Now for me, Rockstar is going to be ranked 7 out of 11. Well, there you have it. That was Nickelback's All the Right Reasons. For me, my personal album ranking for this album is going to be 2 out of 10 because it definitely got so much better with the writing, the instrumentation. We get more heaviness from each instrument as well, which I really love. I'm more of like a heavy rocker kind of gal, in my opinion, so hearing those kind of powerful songs, like right away, knocked down the door right away with Follow You Home. With how the drums just start off, and you're like, oh, this album's gonna be fucking fantastic, and it is. But I guess we had to figure out which one is going to be ranked before All the Right Reasons, since this one is ranked 2 out of 10. Now for my album review out of 5 stars, this one is going to be 5 out of 5 because it is so much fun. I really love the songs on this one, and I do have this whole album on my phone because there are days where I'm like, I want to listen to this full album front and back, which I just did yesterday and the day before because it's like I gotta get in the right tone here for this album. Gotta be really pumped for it. So there we have it. That was All the Right Reasons. Happy 20th anniversary to this album as well. Still can't believe it is 20 years old. And then we will be back with the next album, Dark Horse. We'll see where that takes us on our journey with Nickelback. So until next time, I am Michaela. Thank you for joining me once again, and we'll be back next time. Bye!